I'm Nat, and this is James. For over 2 years, we've been sailing the world aboard our floating home, Zephyr. Someone once said that every person can transform the world to one of excitement and adventure. Follow our adventure by clicking the subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell so you don't miss an episode. Become a patron by clicking the patron logo. You will get early access to weekly videos, exclusive content, and much more.
Alright, good morning everyone. We have woken up. We had a huge sleep last night. Well, I tried to, but exercise man here, Dan, even though I went to bed at 1:30 in the morning, decided to start doing exercises at 6 o'clock in the morning, skipping rope, so I'll get him back for that later. But we have been starting our cleaning job, going non-stop. Did all the inside of the boat because it was salty and gross. Now we're just going to take the laundry and then we're going to wash the outside of the boat. But yeah, Santa Marta Marina, pretty cool, really windy. So loving how cheap Colombia is. In the marina, wash is $2, dry is $2. One of the cheapest yet. And you get to do it yourself, so you don't have to worry about, you know, substandard stuff.
After a busy day cleaning the boat, we take the opportunity to explore the city of Santa Marta. We soon discover that Santa Marta is a city with a pulse. Everywhere we turn, there are street performers. And we even have the opportunity to take in a football match for the World Cup, Colombia versus Argentina.
Good morning everyone. Well, we have a small job to do here on the boat, but super important. So when we were sailing here from San Blas to Santa Marta, we noticed our winch here for the in-hull, for the main sheet, etc. was so stiff, and it made it almost impossible for furling the lines. So I'm going to pull the winch apart. I think it just needs a clean and a grease. I do have a spare service kit if I do need to change anything, but let's just take it apart, have a look. All right, first thing we need to do is take off this cap at the top. There we go. And then this should come off. Okay, to actually lift the winch up, you have to take out these two little pieces here. One and two. And the winch. Perfect. So there's not a lot of grease in there. And I mean, this has good grease on it. This doesn't look too good. This is very dirty. So we're gonna see if we can clean this, and we will re-grease all this. But alright, so I've pulled this piece out. This goes down the center here. So this is what your winch actually goes into. This spins inside, and this cog at the bottom actually is what turns the gears, whether you're high or low gear. And there is literally not a drop of grease on this, so that's probably my fault. When I greased everything last time, I only just greased this, all the outer gears on here, but I actually didn't grease this thing. And so I think this has been the part that's stiff, but not 100%. So I think the best thing to do is literally I'm just going to clean all of it, put more grease in, and hopefully that'll work better, because it was so terrible on the trip. So I've put it just on this part here, but I'm gonna move it all around the entire thing. The grease I'm using is actually Lumar's proper winch grease, gear grease, special formula. So I assume it's the right one because it says it's for the winches. So So I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put some grease down inside this chamber. Can't hurt, can it? Now we'll add some additional grease to the gears down here. Alright, so we got our winch drum here. I might throw a little bit more grease just inside there as well. So we loaded it up with grease. Alright, we got loads of grease in there. Put it everywhere. So now we'll just put the winch back on, and can't really load it up. So I don't really know how to test it. So I guess we'll find out when we sail. It can't be any worse than what it was before, so we'll see how we go. We can always service it when we're out at sea, so it's not a problem. Alright, so now we'll slide our winch drum down over the top. There we go. I don't know if you guys remember last time I serviced the winch, but there's these little things here that go in on each side, and they're what hold on to the, that's what this part catches on. So if you just go to push them in, they don't go in all the way. I learned after quite a long time you have to lift up the centerpiece a little bit, and that fit. Go. And then we'll line this up. This lines up with this piece here. So that's going to go around. So we need to go this way. Voila. And then our cap. It's really weird. They have these notches to obviously knock it and undo it, but they don't have a reverse one for tightening, and sometimes these will actually come a little bit loose if you're sailing a lot and using your winches a lot. Alright, spin test. Let's give it a little spin. So that's low, high, maybe we can load it up a little bit. Yeah, that feels much better. Obviously we don't have any high load like for trying to move the main sheet, or pull the mainsail in, because we're a furling main. So that's really what we use it the most for, is furling in and out of the main. So the in hull for our mainsail is on this side. So yeah, we'll see how we go when we go sailing next, on the next job. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's Saturday here in Santa Marta, and tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we leave for the Bahamas. It's going to be about a 5-day trip, and I've been spending all morning filling every crevice Zephyr has with as much food as humanly possible. Colombia is super cheap for provisioning. We were told literally buy as much as your boat can handle and even more for our trip north to Bahamas, because Bahamas is so expensive. Normally we use the port aft cabin as our storage. We like to keep all the way towards the back in our boat as opposed to in the bow. But I've got Daniel who's crewing with me right now to get the boat to the Bahamas. So I've had to be a little bit creative because we bought a lot of things which are really expensive in the Bahamas, like wine, beer, lots of milk, tons of milk, lots of other dry goods. So what I've done is under the table, as you can see here, it's all nice and secure. I've got extra milk, wine, things like that. In the bilge, every bilge looks like this. Just packed, everything you can think of. Oils, beans, rice, pastas, even things like Nutella. I don't know, everything you can imagine. And every floorboard, check it out. More milk. Let's see here. Just try not to trip and fall. In here, what do we have? We got syrups, honey, milk, juices. I've even put stuff in bilge spaces that I literally have to pull a boat apart to get to. Like underneath the coffee table floor is a huge deep bilge space, but it's really hard to get to. And I've put like Sprite, soda water, Coca-Cola, all like the nice mixer drinks that are super cheap to buy here, but expensive. The Caribbean. I don't know, I've just hidden things everywhere. We got toilet paper to last us until, I don't know, to this new century. So we made sure that was all good, proper doomsday prepper style. Every seat under the lounge that I had space, that's not taken up by tools parts, is filled. Like that side there is just full of everything you can imagine. I've still got to find a spot for all this flour. We've got tortilla shells here, which I think I'm just going to leave in the box for now. I just don't have any more space. The front bathroom, check this out, is absolutely packed full of cleaning goods. So let me get some light on there for you. So we've got cleaners, sprays, I even got some beer sitting in the bathroom at the moment. And I still need to buy more beer. It's something I haven't bought much of. I've only got 2 cases, and I heard it's like 50 bucks a case in the Bahamas. Here, $8. So it's a no-brainer. Yeah, so, and oh, all these cupboards, absolutely full. We've got all the nice things like, those are teas, chocolates, pasta sauces. Normally the pasta sauce wouldn't be there, but they're in a case. All the nice, you know, crackers for like cheeses and stuff. That stuff we still need to buy. I still haven't done a fresh shop yet. Fresh shop will be obviously refrigerator, hanging fruit net and veg net. And then this one here, normally this is where we have like our day-to-day access food that we just sort of top up. In this one here, as you can see, empty, because I've decided to leave that one empty for Daniel and I's provision, just for our run to the Bahamas, so that there's no confusion, obviously, with accessing any of the food that's designed just for Nat and I for our part of our voyage afterwards. So, so we'll use that for the trip. We'll prepare some meals, but for now, I'm just gonna take the tortilla shells, stick them on the floor in the V berth, and the flour. I think no, that might be full of milk as well. Yeah, that's already full of milk. We drink a lot of milk, but it's 22 cents for a liter here, whereas, example, Panama, $1.50. So yeah, that was a no-brainer to just buy as much as we could. So I think tortilla shells on the floor in the V berth, flour. I think I've got one more space. Maybe I'll have to try and throw it in behind that seat. I think there's a bit of space. But yeah, so I'm just gonna finish that up, have a shower, have some breakfast, and then off to the grocery store again. So it is absolutely mental out here. We're supposed to have 15 knots, blowing 30, 35. Wow.
you're new to our channel, consider subscribing so you can join the adventure each week aboard Zephyr.
If you would like early access to weekly videos, bonus content, and free merch, click the Patreon logo here. This journey is only made possible thanks to our amazing patrons.